out, baby.
And we'll move on from there. We're going to do some more super chats in a minute. I'm about to tweet this, though. And I mean this. No one deserves it more than Bruno Fernandes. And I say that because there's lots of players in this Man United team that have won trophies before at other clubs. So is he, to be fair. But I sort of feel like Bruno Fernandes, he came in that January and he has been so good consistently for us. We failed to win some trophies. Even when the team was bad, he was still a guy fighting, running, working. He has become the captain, even though it's not official yet while Maguire is still here. And he's led us as captain, to his first trophy at the club. He's ended the goal drought as captain. And he's been ridiculed even by a lot of Man United fans. There's great goals, great assists, great this, great that. But where's the trophies? And for me, I'm just glad today that he's put his haters, forget rivals, they're always going to hate him. He's Man United haters. I'm glad he's put them all in a spliff and he's shut them all down because he's got that trophy. You can't say now, where's the trophies? He's got the trophy. And I believe, we talk about Lissandro becoming a legend. Bruno Fernandes, because of his goal scoring and goal creativity ratio and his leadership skills, if we start winning more, this guy bona fidely could go down as one of our best captains because for me, he's a superstar.
When he came to United, I don't know what everybody else saw. Everybody was like sending him a lot of hate and a lot of smoke his way. Even like you said, United fans. I saw our future. Everybody else saw his misplaced passes. And to me personally, you don't come into a season because if you remember where we were when he came, we were in the pits.
We were 8th or 9th.
No, we were in the pits, bro. We were down bad. I think we just lost to Brighton, was it?
Burnley.
Sorry, yeah, we just lost to Burnley, and we was looking at that season. It was January, and it was like, yeah, we could be in relegation form right now.
I'm getting the flash. Don't stop.
Bro, carry on.
So full respect to Bruno, I love him. He might misplace passes. He's a very frustrating, but then again, we also have Fred.
Yeah.
So matter of perspective.
You know that again. People will pick on at the end what he did. Like, could have squared it to Sancho. Should have scored. I was fuming because I was just wanting. I wanted another goal. But at the end of the day, what he brings to Man United is not just on the pitch, but it's the intangibles. He's off the pitch. He has fought for every manager that he's had.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Whether it be Ole, whether it be Ragnick, whether it be Erik ten Hag, he has fought for every manager that he's had. Every manager that he has picks him for a reason. And his mentality, it takes a lot for rival players to hate you, like hate. Like I have seen rivals say they hate him with a passion. You know what that means? That he fights for the club. He is doing things that winds up the opposition. And not every team needs that. It's very rare. Like we were saying that we talked about earlier, Arsenal don't really have that one player, but they got Mikel Arteta. You know what I mean? Every club needs that guy that just will do whatever it needs to do, like whether it be moaning at the ref, or it'll be like moaning at your other players, whether it's taking risks. Everyone needs that kind of player. And Bruno's like,
and when you said the rivals thing, that rivals sometimes hate a player, it's also because there's an element of respect. We don't like to admit it, but there's also that element of respect that comes with it.
You're absolutely right. And look, Bruno's a player that I have stood by from day one because I knew what he would bring for us in the end. I knew that he would win trophies with us. I know. I'm saying this now. I mean it. Now that we know there's light at the end of the tunnel with the Glazers leaving, he will captain us to league titles. And he will captain us to Champions League victory as well in his career. Because I believe it. I believe he will because he's won the trophy today and he hasn't said, I'm so glad to have my trophy. I've achieved my dream. He said, I'm glad I've got my first trophy here, but I want more. This guy is elite because the goals, I just want to say, the goals matter, the assists matter, the creativity matters. He said it we're talking to Rio Ferdinand. He's like, I'd love to have 95% pass completion, but what I care about is that we win the games. And of course he's going to make mistakes, but disgraceful Man United fans have focused on his mistakes more than the brilliance that he's brought to us. They all stated that Ten Hag's a manager that loves ballers. He'll be gone. It'll be Donny. It'll be Ericsson. He won't play. He's Ten Hag's goddamn captain because he has the ability, he has the tenacity, he has the work rate and the leadership skills. And he doesn't care if he's the top goal scorer. Rivals can ban and go, where's the GA gone? Bruno only wants Man United winning. And he said it the other day. I would rather square the ball to Weghorst to get some more goals for him and his confidence up than me scoring because I think that's better for the team in the long run.
Where was that for Sancho today? Where was that for Sancho today?
Because we're 2-0 up. We don't need a win. But this guy is elite. And listen, all the players today deserve it. The manager deserves it. I'm happy for every single United player. But for me, I reserve a little special place for Bruno to say he deserves it more than any other player on that pitch today, simply because for me, in the last 3 years, no one has cared more than him. No one has worked harder than him. No one has delivered more than him. Nobody is Man United more than him. He is the epitome of what this great historical club is built upon, and he makes me proud, win, lose or draw, to be a Man United fan. And I can look past a bad game. I can look past him giving away possession too much. I can look past his arm waving and he's, some of the things that are frustrating. All of that doesn't matter to me. This guy is cut from the same cloth as Brian Robson's and Roy Keane's and Gary Neville's and Vidic's. This is the beginning as his era as a successful Manchester United captain. Could not be prouder. He's a goddamn legend
Terry,
in the making.
There's something you said there that scares me even more. When you're like, he's not really just happy with the Carabao Cup. That coincides with Ten Hag's vision as well. They both want, this isn't enough for them. They both want to win more and more. Like, obviously they're going to be happy they won today, their first trophy, but this just isn't enough. They're already thinking of the next one and the next one, and that's what's scary.
And do you know what's crazy? I remember, and this is maybe younger United fans don't know this stuff because they just weren't old enough or born. But Patrice Evra did an interview maybe in about 08, 09, and he said that when they won the Carabao Cup in 2006, he said he thought it was going to be a party night, maybe have a few drinks and chill. And it was like they got into the changing room. When all the cameras left, they all packed up, and the experienced United players had been there for years. Not him and Vidic and some of the younger guys, the Rooneys and the Ronaldos. All the experienced guys that won before, it was pack up. It was back on the coach on the way home. And they said it was quite a subdued bus ride. And he's like, I think he asked Giggsy, what's going on? He went, tomorrow we train. We've got a Premier League game next week. And he's like, we just won a trophy. He went, yeah, and it's midway through the season, so back to work. And Evra's mind was shot. He's like, wow, that's different. And again, that's elite.
Yeah.
And I don't mean it rude. Celebrate today, but from tomorrow, you forget this. Maybe tomorrow evening, you forget it, and we've got to beat West Ham in the FA Cup. You don't let this become a hangover. Winning mentality. This super chat here says, we threw the game in six. Sorry, already done that one. Sorry. Did anyone see Phil Jones live on Sky Sports saying United are back?
No,
listen, I love Phil Jones because I actually, for all the players that have been toxic at the club, the fact he ain't kicked the ball really for 3 years and he ain't, he just, he's picking up his £1 million a month. He's all right, isn't he? Do you know what?
Terry Cager, he must be Maldini in training, because how has he survived every manager?
Phil Jones is a master of staying at Man United. He will be ready to be sold and then get an injury to join the transfer.
My dad taught me that. This is a lesson. If there's any young kids watching, maybe your dad's watching, you're in the background. My dad taught me this as a kid. You know when your mum and dad have friends over and it's quite nice sitting in the living room listening to the adults talk and stuff. My dad always used to my little brother would always open up his mouth. He'd always open up his mouth, right? And it'd be like, right, my dad would notice we were all there still. We're right, kids, bed. So what I learned to do is keep your mouth shut in the background. You stay up a bit later. Yep. Phil Jones probably just hides a lot. They probably forget he's there.
Or
you know what I mean?
He trains with the under 23s when he's supposed to be the
He's probably sweeping up with the janitors, helping the tea ladies get the tea ready. He's probably just doing all sorts of things to not lose his job. This is from Tywin Lannister, Martial's dad. How you doing, bro? Not Martial, Martinez's dad. So happy with the cup win. I'm elated. However, this is all for now if the Glazers are still here next. I understand that, but I don't want to think about that today. Today is party day. Do you know what I'm saying? Today is party day. Stradberg Steve says, thing is, I can't guarantee anything in life. I get sentiment. It just hurts right now. And it should hurt, right? If it doesn't hurt you right now, you don't love your club. That's why when people get knocked out of cup tournaments and they go, oh, it's okay, we can focus on the league. I'm like, you're a lying son of a gun. If you ain't hurting when your team loses, in fact, if you ain't hurting when your team draws, you don't love your club. Facts. Good seeing Terry happy as a fan for a while. Listen, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've been happy. I've also had a very tough start to 2023, and it's kind of weird. The pains ain't hurting now. I'm elated. I don't know. Lots been going on. You'll all find out soon one day. But yeah, listen, I'm very elated. 17 years and you still have not learned anything. Nabil, I've been schooling man like you on the Glazers since day dot. They're only here for money. No, I get that. But I was answering your question. I don't think we will not win anything if they're here. Do you know why I think that, Nabil? Because we won today and they're here. Like, we can win without them, but of course we want them gone. But don't throw out statements that are stupid, because today proves your statement's wrong because we won and they're here. That's all I'm saying. Think about it. Do you guys realize that Man United could make a small treble on Ten Hag's first year at United?
Stop, Jerome. Stop doing this to us, man. Viable, stop putting us in conversations that don't need to be had.
By the way, Jerome,
Talk it up.
Jerome, I love you. As a Spurs fan. I'm going to bring some Spurs stuff up again. Spurs have had their golden generation, their golden era, and that's 4 trophies we have and have more than you. I just want to point that out.